experiment is called the rainbow fire experiment. In this experiment, we will be using methanol to light different substances on fire. Each substance will produce a different colored flame.
Okay.
This is due to the absorption and emission in the emission line spectrum.
Okay, so to do this experiment, we have 6 250 milliliter beakers. In beaker A, we have strontium nitrate, which is going to make the red flame. In beaker B, we have calcium chloride, which is going to make the orange flame. In beaker C, we have sodium chloride, which is going to make the yellow flame. In beaker D, we have boric acid, which is going to make the green flame. And in beaker E, we have methanol, which is going to make the blue flame. In beaker F, we have potassium chloride, which is going to make the purple flame.
Other materials we're going to use for this experiment will include things such as a lighter to light the methanol that we will use as our fuel for this experiment, a graduated cylinder to measure out the amount of alcohol or methanol we will need, a chemical spoon to measure out each amount of each substance in grams, a electronic balance to use to measure those, a wash plate to put out the fire when we need to, and safety precautions that we will be using are things such as wearing gloves, wearing safety goggles, and an apron.
Now that we have our materials, you're going to want to measure out 15 grams of each substance and put them into their labeled beakers. We have already done this for the other 5, but we will now do it for boric acid.
So now that we have all of our substances measured out and set up, we are going to put 10 milliliters of methanol into each one to serve as fuel, except for, of course, the one that already has methanol in it, which will serve as its own fuel. And then we made sure that all of them are in alphabetical order, so it takes room.
We already added methanol to the other ones, so we're going to add it to boric acid now.
Once you have the beakers placed in their alphabetical order, you're then going to light them one at a time in the order of their placement. Once the fires have reached the peak of their flame and their color, as you can see, you will then use a watch plate to suffocate the flame and put out the fire, as so.
The reason that the different substances produces different colors is because when their different ionic compounds are heated, their electrons get excited and jump to a higher energy level. When they return back to the ground state, they release their energy that they absorbed as heat and light.
Since the energy levels that they jump to vary depending on the compound and how much energy it takes for them to get there, they will release a different wavelength of light. And since the wavelength determines the color that we perceive with our eyes, the flames will be different colors. So if it's more spread out, it might be red, but if it's more bunched up, we might see it as blue or something.
Thanks
for watching.